empty cup. Just crack a smile and fill it up. Fill it up.
Welcome to After the Final Pour, brought to you by the Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
We are in Wisconsin.
Madison, Wisconsin, to be exact.
Yeah, to be exact. And if you're following us on social media, you know that we are up here for the new Glarus Beer, Bacon, and Cheese Festival. And we came up a day early. We're recording this on Friday, as you know. These are not live episodes. If you haven't figured that out yet, I'm sorry. It's not how it goes. Wish we could. That'd be fun. But we're here in Madison, and we stopped at New Glarus, the actual brewery, to check it out, because I had never been there. Brandon, you had been there before, correct?
Yeah, it's been several years, pretty much the same as I remember it, but an awesome experience nonetheless, I would say.
Yeah, we did the self-guided tour. We had a couple pours while we were there. I did the Mocha Berry Bock.
Yep.
Doppelbock, which is, it caught me off guard at first, because the sweetness of the berries kind of reminded me of the
Belgian.
the Belgian cherry red. Even though, in my mind, I do know that the Belgian cherry red is like a liquid Jolly Rancher that I told somebody who was waiting for the beer, and I said it was well worth the wait to grab that beer. And you had the...
I did the Belgian.
That's right, Belgian cherry red.
And then we both went back and got a pour of Moon Man.
Man, it's already been a long day. You picked me up at noon from work, and we stopped at Moore Brewing and had some samples there. And we stopped and peed like 20 times because we've been drinking water to stay hydrated.
Yep.
This is going to be a long weekend. I can already feel it. The fact that we're recording this already. It is technically an After the Final Pour because we've had a couple beers, and here we go. What are we drinking, man?
Is there a name to it? So when we were at New Glarus, they had their barrel-aged stout that was from their R&D sessions.
I believe it's just their R&D Bourbon Barrel-Aged Stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bourbon barrel-aged stout, we grabbed a bottle of that, threw it on ice for a little bit, and we decided to crack it open.
Yeah, by the way, great hotel room, buddy. I mean, this is, honestly, it's a nice, very nice suite that we have here. It's nothing over the top. There's not a stove or anything, but it's just like...
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. But there's like, full fridge and a separator for when I want to just sit on this couch and you don't want to see me.
Yeah, perfect.
Don't take that any other way. It's just me playing video games on my phone. But this is a great way to start this trip, and what better beer than with this? I've never had a bourbon barrel-aged stout from New Glarus.
I can't say that I have either. So that's kind of why I wanted to just dive into it.
So looking at it, you poured it here. It's pretty dark. Actually, if you hold up to the light, it is light. It's like a cola color. It's almost like, turn on the light there. It's kind of like, we think that Bourbon County is super dark, but when we hold it up to the light, it's like a dark cola color.
Yeah.
This is lighter than that, but you can still kind of see through it. It's not, thick and dark as night. It's got a nice white foamy head on it, not that dark brown, foamy head that you come to expect from certain stouts. Let's give a smell here. Ooh, that's like full-on barrel.
I went in
aroma.
for a taste.
Oh, okay, I went for a smell. But that smells like barrel.
Yeah. It's a lot thinner than you would expect from a barrel-aged beer.
Ooh, man.
But not unpleasant.
No, that's super tasty. It is, oh, man.
10.5%.
Thank you. These old eyes, man. And you'll see in the picture of the episode, like, it's cool lettering and font that they chose for this bottle.
Yeah, I feel like that might have been their original when they first started. That's kind of the font that they used.
It's close to that's like a very old English font or typeface. And as this episode is out, I think we've probably already posted the pictures, and there is from our trip to New Glarus. That I took a picture of one of the old original kegs from their old original, logo.
Yep.
And it's like kind of like a German looking Old English, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing, German Old English. It's not. That's not a
yeah. German lettering.
It is kind of similar though. It is very
like Old English
old
type
style.
style.
Yeah. It's super cool. This is delicious. I really like it.
And it's super easy drinking for 10.5%.
Terrifyingly easy drinking.
Which it's funny because, I mean, we've had IPAs, double IPAs, triple IPAs that just taste boozy.
Yeah.
And this does not taste boozy.
No, this really takes on the bourbon barrel flavor. There's a little sweetness to it. There's a nice roastiness to it. A little bit of coffee type flavor there. But the aroma is just straight up like bourbon barrel to me.
Yeah, and it's got none of that like bourbon burn that you would expect on like some bigger barrel-aged stouts. It's very well balanced. The fact that this is like an R&D thing, like...
yeah.
How is this not like a regular thing? Because this is
Yeah.
really well done. And
Yeah.
I mean, again, you know, props to New Glarus. A lot of the stuff that they do is really well done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is just another one of them.
Yeah, this would be a barrel-aged beer that I would definitely seek out from them, mainly because it's an approachable barrel-aged beer.
Yeah.
It is an approachable barrel-aged stout. It's not super sweet. You can taste the beer while also getting to taste the bourbon barrel as well. So balance. I don't use that often, but you're right. It is a balance between the barrel and the beer here. It's very nice. It's very good. I would buy 6-packs or 4-packs of this if it was available. And this what how many milliliters is it? A 350 milliliter bottle?
500
milliliter bottle. And it was $15. So honestly, I think that's a fair price for a barrel-aged beer. I mean, we paid more for less.
Yeah. So Brewmaster notes, a strong sweet stout made with a blend of...
Wait a minute. You can fucking read that?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
A blend of Wisconsin, German, and English malts with northern...
There we go. Here it is.
What?
I don't think that's on there.
Northern hops.
Let me see. Let me see if I
Preacher?
can figure that out. Oh, actually, when we come back.
Aged in freshly dumped bourbon barrels, steeped on cocoa nibs, whole vanilla beans, and coffee beans.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, the coffee is there. I was right.
Yeah. The name of the hops is kind of throwing me off. Northern Brewer hops. Oh,
there you go.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's I mean, it's a decent bittering hop, not super bitter, not super strong. That's a fairly... Is that a noble hop? I don't know if that's a noble hop. It's not a noble hop, I don't think. If it is, sorry, everybody. Yeah, so I'm glad that I picked up on the coffee. I don't... When I hear cocoa nibs, I don't... I've never used cocoa nibs for brewing. Mm-hmm. So there is that cocoa... essence in this beer, and I feel like a lot of well done roasty stouts already kind of have that. So I'd like to, and we've talked about this for other beers, I'd like to try what the base beer was like before everything else. So is this the same stout that they do, maybe just upped for their coffee stout? I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out.
Yeah, I mean, whatever they do, this is done well. And my assumption would be that there is probably a base stout that they have that they would just... I mean, because if it's an R&D thing, why would you reinvent the wheel? Unless you're reinventing it because...
R&D's for, baby.
Well, why not? But if you're going to...
Doing something... I see what you're saying. Like doing something with something.
If you're going to do an experiment, you can run off some of this and instead of kegging it, throw it in some barrels and see what it does.
There's a lot there, too.
Yeah.
So I don't know when this was bottled or when they actually brewed it, but it is a treat to go up to New Glarus, and I know there's a lot of people out there who have never maybe even had New Glarus, but you might be familiar just with Spotted Cow. That's their biggest thing. Oh, yeah.
Bottled December 2020.
Oh shit! This is 2 years old, almost 2 years old, a year and a half old.
Yeah.
Wow. Pandemic bottling. There was two other R&D beers there. I think they were wild sour beers. There was like a sour brown and then some other wild fermented beer. But we did grab something else that I had never tried before that we were probably going to try. You can probably hear it after the Final Four, to be honest. But yeah, this is great, man. This is really good. And if you get a chance to go up to New Glarus, it's really kind of in the middle of nowhere. In Wisconsin.
New Glarus is kind of...
That's what I mean. But it is super cool. It kind of reminded me of when I went to, in a smaller sense, of when I visited Sierra Nevada in North Carolina. It's kind of like in the middle of the woods type of deal, which was super cool. But it's a good shop and good shop. It's a good place. The shop was cool. We did not get tap handles like we were saying we probably should have got. Sorry. But yeah, this is an awesome beer. It's very good. I would love to try this again. I hope they do it again. I do know that I saw on Untappd they have done other bourbon barrel aged beers in the past. But yeah, this is great. It's really easy drinking. I can't believe how fast I'm drinking this.
Right. Yeah. Well, me too. And I would gladly. I'm kind of wishing I would have bought another one.
I had a feeling that when you bought it, that was going to be our takeaway. Like once we drank this, like shit, we should have grabbed another one. Instead, what I did grab was the Spotted Cow Grand Cru, which is basically an imperial version of Spotted Cow. That
sounds lovely.
I'm very excited to try that. I know many of my friends have checked it in on Untappd, and I never have. I do wish we grabbed another one, but I'm happy that we have this, and this is an awesome experience.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
Yeah, good start to the weekend, man. Cheers. Thanks for listening, everybody. Brandon, love you, man.
Love you too, bud.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untappd as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untappd under Ace of Phelps Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Phelps Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.